Did you know 67% of candidates fail Commandant interviews due to lack of preparation? In this video, you'll discover the top 5 interview questions with example answers to secure your success. One crucial question asks about making a tough decision with limited information. How would you tackle it? Let's talk about a challenging but common scenario. Describe a time when you had to lead a team through a crisis. What was your approach and what was the outcome? Interviewers ask this to assess your leadership under pressure and how effectively you can navigate your team to success during turbulent times. To give a standout answer, start by identifying the crisis quickly and clearly communicating the urgency and stakes to your team. Next, discuss specific strategies you use to maintain team morale, such as regular check-ins or transparent updates. Finally, highlight how you leverage the unique strengths of your team members to overcome the crisis, which shows your ability to harness collective resources effectively. Let's see how you can apply these tips in a real-life scenario.
During a major project, we faced an unexpected technical failure just days before the deadline. I immediately called a team meeting to explain the situation and emphasize the importance of resolving the issue quickly. To keep spirits high, I organized daily briefings where everyone could voice their concerns and progress. I assigned roles based on each member's expertise, which streamlined our efforts and led to an efficient recovery. In the end, we delivered the project on time, and the client was impressed with our resilience.
Next up, let's dive into how to masterfully handle team conflicts. Let's tackle this classic question. Can you provide an example of how you successfully resolved a conflict within your team? Interviewers ask this to see how you handle interpersonal challenges and maintain team cohesion. To craft a compelling response, start by identifying the root cause, not just the symptoms of the conflict. This shows your ability to analyze situations deeply. Then, use active listening to understand all perspectives involved, demonstrating your communication finesse. Finally, share a lesson learned that improved your leadership skills, as interviewers appreciate candidates who grow from experiences. Here's how you might structure your answer.
During a critical project, I noticed tension between 2 team members about resource allocation priorities. I organized a meeting to discuss each party's concerns and used active listening to ensure everyone felt heard. By identifying the root cause, a misunderstanding about project deadlines, we clarified roles and responsibilities. This not only resolved the conflict, but also improved our team's efficiency. From this experience, I learned the importance of proactive communication and adjusting leadership styles to fit team needs.
Now here it is, the question we warned you about. Let's tackle it. This question digs into your decision-making skills under uncertainty. Tell me about a difficult decision you made when information was limited. How did you handle it? Interviewers want to see your ability to assess situations critically and make informed decisions even when the full picture isn't available. Let's break down some tips to tackle this question effectively. Start by explaining the criticality of the decision within the organization. This sets the context for why your decision mattered. Next, discuss the specific strategies you used to gather and evaluate available information, demonstrating your resourcefulness and analytical skills. And finally, highlight any risk management techniques you applied to mitigate potential negative outcomes. This shows foresight and leadership in uncertain situations. Here's what a strong answer sounds like.
In my role as a commandant, I once had to decide whether to proceed with a large-scale training exercise despite uncertain weather forecasts. Recognizing the crucial importance of the exercise for operational readiness, I gathered the most recent weather data and consulted with our meteorological team. To manage risks, I created a contingency plan to quickly adapt if conditions worsened. Ultimately, we proceeded with the exercise, and my proactive measures ensured it was successful and safe, reinforcing our team's preparedness.
You're halfway through. You've tackled crises and conflicts. Let's keep the momentum going. You're learning the questions. But knowing them isn't enough. Mock Interview Pro builds a Commandant preparation plan. You practice answering out loud, get real feedback, and sit through a mock interview that feels like the real thing. Link in the description. You've conquered the tricky part. Now let's strategize how you'd transform a unit. Here's a strategic leadership question. Imagine you are appointed commandant of a poorly performing unit. What steps would you take to improve its performance? Interviewers ask this to gauge your ability to diagnose issues, deploy resources effectively, and lead teams to success under challenging conditions. To craft a compelling answer, consider the following tips. First, conduct a root cause analysis to pinpoint specific issues rather than just addressing symptoms, which shows strategic thinking. Next, engage in direct communication with key personnel to build trust and gather actionable insights. This demonstrates your ability to lead through relationships. And finally, set targeted, measurable goals with clear timelines to track progress. This shows you understand the importance of accountability and metrics in leadership. Here's what a strong answer sounds like.
When I was appointed commandant of a unit struggling with low morale and high turnover, I began by conducting a root cause analysis and discovered that unclear role expectations were a major issue. I held one-on-one meetings with personnel to rebuild trust and gather their input. With this information, I set specific goals to redefine roles and responsibilities and introduced a mentorship program to enhance skills. Within 6 months, morale improved significantly and turnover was reduced by 30%.
Finally, let's explore how you'd navigate when ethics are on the line. Here's a challenging question that often comes up. If you encountered a situation where following orders could lead to ethical dilemmas, how would you handle it? This question allows interviewers to assess your ethical judgment and decision-making skills under pressure. To tackle this question effectively, start by pinpointing the exact ethical concern to demonstrate clear judgment. Then, explain how you balance respect for authority with your ethical standards, showing your ability to handle complex situations diplomatically. And finally, highlight the importance of seeking advice from a trusted colleague or mentor, which underscores your commitment to ethical integrity. Let's hear how a solid response might sound.
In my previous role as a commandant, I was once instructed to expedite a procurement process, which raised ethical concerns due to potential violations of transparency guidelines. I first assessed the situation to identify the specific ethical issues involved. Then, I respectfully communicated my concerns to my superior, suggesting that we explore alternative approaches to maintain compliance with our ethical standards. I also consulted with a senior colleague to ensure my understanding was correct and to seek their guidance on the best course of action. Ultimately, we revised our approach and successfully completed the process without compromising our ethical principles.
Your interview is coming. Stop preparing alone. Mock Interview Pro builds a Commandant preparation plan that adjusts to your timeline. Even if your interview is this week, it focuses on what matters most. Targeted practice, AI feedback, and a live mock interview so you walk in calm and clear. Start your preparation plan now. Link in the description. In today's video, we explored essential strategies for leading through crises, resolving team conflicts, making tough decisions with limited information, revitalizing underperforming units, and navigating ethical dilemmas. Armed with these insights, you're well prepared to tackle your Commandant interview with confidence. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing for more guidance on your leadership journey. Go crush that interview.